Well, hey everybody, this is Kelly at Envy Soapworks, and I am back today, surprise, surprise, to do another soap. And I'm going to be doing a soap today that is fragranced with a Rustic Essentials fragrance called Hippie Chick. And if you are a fan of, like the cedarwood and patchouli, lavender, this is definitely a scent that you would love. It has lavender buds, patchouli, sandalwood, amber, violet, cedarwood, and tonka. And it's supposed to stick really, really well in the soap without changing at all. So that is good. I've heard good reviews on this one, so hopefully it's going to turn out nice for us. Now I'm soaping a little warmer than I normally do. I'm just a little under 100. I'm in the high 90s. So I don't think that'll cause me any trouble with this fragrance oil. It's not supposed to accelerate, so we'll see what we get. Just wanted to whip up my clays really, really quick. Make sure they're not stuck on the bottom. And in goes my lye. Okay. All right. Got that done. Now, let me make sure you guys can see okay. I'm feeling like I have this camera pointed down too much. Get it up a little bit more just to make sure. Alright, so I'm just going to stir this around just a sec before I hit it with the stick blender. So for this one, the name Hippie Chick was making me think of like tie-dye and really bright colors. I was thinking I could go one of two ways. I could go very earthy hippie, or I could go very psychedelic hippie. And guess which one I decided to go with? Pow! Psychedelic. So I have a couple of neons here, a green and a yellow. I have an orange. I have a blue, and I have a very dark, like a reddish pink. So my plan for this soap is, you know how I am a huge fan of the hanger swirl. I absolutely love hanger swirls, and I love when I stripe it down the side of the mold and then do a hanger at an angle. But this time I want to try to keep the colors confined to just the middle of the soap and have a lot more white than I normally do. So I am going to try a little bit of a new technique for my hanger swirl like that. So hopefully that turns out nice. Let me get my batter going here. So I've been meaning to just mention sometime during my video that I want to tell my subscribers thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I have met and chatted with some really awesome people, just so nice and positive, and I've had fun getting to know a few people, and it's just a lot of fun to share on here. I'm really, really enjoying it. So thank you guys so much for subscribing and just, being involved and commenting and chatting with me. I think it's really awesome. Okay, so I think we are emulsified here. Just want to make sure. This is another high olive oil percentage soap, so they're always a little slower to trace than my other recipes. So just want to make sure that I have it nice and fully mixed. But at the same time, I want to be careful because I want to, I need to make sure that this stays very fluid for the pour that I want to do. The striping down the side of the mold, I do need it to be fluid so I get a good pour when I do that. So since I want to try to keep the colors confined just to the middle of the soap, I want to make sure that I don't get way too much color. I have a real problem judging how much color I need, and I usually end up pouring way too much in my cups for what I'm wanting to do. I'm constantly doing that, so I'm going to be very mindful this time of how much I'm doing, because I'm just going to do a little bit of striping in this one. Alright, you guys, so here are the colors all mixed up and that insanely bright yellow. So everything is looking really good. Very, very pretty colors. I need to do, you know what I do need to do is TD up my batter here. Now, I'm going to go very lightly on the TD because since I am going to have a lot of white area in this soap, I am just terrified that I'm going to get glycerin rivers. I don't like them. Some people actually like that look. I'm not one of those people. I hate glycerin rivers. I think it makes your soap look old and crappy. So I'm going to get my mold ready to go. I'm going to be using this one. Since this is the first time I am making this soap, I didn't want to go and make a big old honking batch. So this is just a little 2-pound, mold. And I need to find something to prop up my mold. You know what? I will use my planer. We'll see if that'll work or if it's too tall. That's too tall. Let me find something else. I'll use this. Perfect. Okay. Make sure you guys can see too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pour a bunch of white in, maybe about 1/3 full. Okay, so that's about 1/3 full, and I will definitely have enough white to go ahead and cover up all the colors after I get those done. So now I just need to decide what order I want my colors in. I'm just going to kind of put them over here and see what I think looks good next to each other. Orange, blue. I think I like that right there. Okay. So I'm going to try to go not too thick stripes, pretty thin. Wow, this fragrance is extremely surprising. Like really surprising to me. It is extremely fresh. So that's nice. I was, you know, I have a hard time with the extremely earthy ones, and I was just kind of, that's what I was expecting with this one, honestly. But it's not like that at all. In fact, I wouldn't really think that this was a patchouli type soap or scent. It's very nice. And I do think it's unisex. I could totally see a guy, I could totally see guys using this. Now, I could tell that my, my soap batter is thickening up. I can feel it every time I pour a new color. It's a little bit thicker and a little bit thicker, but I'm still in good shape to where it's flowing very nicely, so I'm not worried. I'm going at a good pace here, so I'll be able to get it all in there. Okay, you guys, so I'm tempted to just continue pouring because I do have all this soap left in the cups, but I can use that for piping on the top. Since I know I'm going to have a bunch left over, I may as well just use the color for the piping. And so now I'm going to take this down off of my little tilt here, and I'm going to go ahead and cover this over with the white without breaking through, and it's really, really fluid right now. So, actually, kind of worried that it's going to break through. If it breaks through, it's totally going to mess up my, soap. So let me see if I can kind of spoon some down on and just kind of float it over. Or do this. I think I actually did kind of drop down in some spots. We'll see. Okay. So we did it. We did it. Yay. Okay. That's not, if I did break through, I don't think it's too much. And since I'm going to do a hanger swirl, I don't really think it matters if there's a tiny bit of breakthrough. I just didn't want to disturb my, my stripe layer, since, you know, that's where most of that, well, that's where all the interest is going to come from when I swirl it. Okay, so that's good enough. I got these new spatulas, and I hate them. They are terrible. And they were expensive, too, I swear. The best ones that I found are the little cheapy ones from Walmart that are just like this. These little cheapy ones from Walmart have turned out to be like the best spatulas ever. And these ones, too, from Walmart. These ones. Except I just snapped one of these in half today, so beware. They don't last forever. Okay, so that's good enough there. Get this And I could tell when I was pouring my stripes that the soap was getting a little bit thicker. So now what I'm going to do here, make sure you guys can see okay and it's still recording. I'd be so mad if it stopped recording. So I'm just going to go down to the bottom. And I'm going to go circle, circle, circle. Alright, that should be extremely interesting tomorrow. We will find out what I just did. Okay, so now for the top here. Okay everybody, we're back, and I've been kind of messing around with this and adding a little bit more and building it up a little bit. It's still pretty fluid, but so far it hasn't like run off. And what I think I'm going to do for this one, I actually think that with these colors and just the name of the soap, the Hippie Chick, like a really awesome design on top would be a lot more fitting than a texture. So I want to go ahead and do that since I have these like perfect stripes with all the colors on here. I can do a really cool top. If you just do like figure eights down, it just gives it a really cool look. I love that look a lot. And the more you go back and forth, the more intricate it gets. I mean, you can definitely overdo it, so you know, keep it at a minimum, but I think that looks pretty cool right there. Alright you guys, so let me show you what we got here for our Hippie Chick. So I just got that with all of our colors, and so tomorrow we will cut it open and see what we were able to do with the color striped just in the middle between white on the bottom and top. So we will be back shortly. See you then. Bye. Hey everybody, we are back, and I'm getting ready to cut my soap here that we made yesterday. This is the Hippie Chick, and you can see the striped colors on this side and then this side. So remember this one, I tried to keep the colors just in the middle with the white on either side of it, and I did a hanger swirl. So we're going to go ahead and see what I was able to create with that technique. So I'm definitely going to be ordering more of this fragrance. It's really, really good. So I am very curious to see what kind of swirl I was able to get doing that little technique. So let's take a look. Oh, wow. Ooh, I like those very, very bright colors. How interesting. Look at that. I like it. Normally my my hanger swirls are just everywhere, all over. So it's nice to have just a very concentrated area, and that really small striping in there is really, really pretty, I think. That's nice and different. I'm happy with that. Really, really happy with that. And I think it looks neat on the top here where the colors were kind of lined up. So this is exactly what, well, I didn't know what it was going to look like, but this is what I was hoping for. Something like this. The placement of the colors is what I'm most happy with. Oh, wow. Interesting effect. Like right here, it has like a burst that goes around, and then it comes down to this like really stripy. That is really, really interesting. I'm going to put these pieces together and see. Look at that pattern. How weird. It looks like a really psychedelic, funky butterfly. I wasn't trying to do any kind of butterfly swirl, but it just looked like those pieces would fit together pretty neat, and they did. So, man, this fragrance smells like, oh, it smells so good. It reminds me of something, and I can't quite place it. But I definitely recommend this fragrance if you're normally somebody who's turned off by the very earthy, like patchouli type smells. This is not like that at all. It's just a really nice, fresh and clean one. This is a very interesting soap, I gotta say. That's really cool. Very different from what I normally have, so it's good. I'm always, always, always looking for different. Oh, wow, that is so cool. I love this little section right here. And each one so far has had that. It's really neat. I've had a lot of people ask me about this mold that I used for this. I use it a lot. It's the Tall and Skinny mold by Crafter's Choice. It's the Wholesale Supplies Plus Tall and Skinny mold. And a couple people recently have asked me if I like it, because they've been thinking about purchasing it. If you're looking for a Tall and Skinny mold, I would definitely go for the one from American Soap Supply. They have the best one. In fact, I just ordered one to replace the Tall and Skinny molds that I have. So this one, it does bow out in the middle. You can kind of tell it gets kind of fat on some of the bars. So it bows out in the middle, and it just doesn't hold much. It's really not all that tall. I do like the shape of the bars, the size of the bars that it gives, but if you're really wanting a Tall and Skinny mold, I wouldn't get this one. There are better ones to get. It doesn't even hold 2 pounds worth of soap. It holds slightly less than 2 pounds. So, ooh, this one has a very big section. Oh, I wish they all had that, the really big section like that. But I love this sort of, I don't even know, it's just really, oh, look at this side. Beautiful. I'm extremely happy with this soap. I'm gonna put these together. See, and because it does bow out, they don't really fit all that good together. They go out like that. Ooh, look at how cool. Very, very interesting pattern. I am very pleased with this one. I would definitely do this technique again. I don't think I've seen anything like this. It's very unique. Very, very unique. What a fun soap. So, I think I got the psychedelic part that I was looking for my Hippie Chick soap. So, again, I'm happy with this. This fragrance is outstanding. I totally recommend this for anybody. Whether you like those scents or not, if you're just looking for a very different, fresh and clean, this is a great one. Alright, you guys, so this is the cutting of Hippie Chick soap. And thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye!